but this is my family now. We've been married for almost 63 years, so.
Oh, goodness sakes.
You know, but no, we're perfect, don't you know?
Shoot. You want to think or you want to talk?
I'm gonna do both.
Okay. Well, while you're thinking, I'll comment.
Go.
I think tradition is an extremely important part of any family orientation. And I think that's what's built St. John's too, is they are so full of traditional families that have held together for so long that it can't help but grow. I was baptized in St. John's in 1935 when it was a new, young congregation and not a lot of people, but they were there, and so I was baptized there. And they said, we're building for the future. Well, it's proven itself. I was born on a ranch of 40 acres of oranges, and we had 12 acres of walnuts down by the river. My earliest memory probably was in the 3rd and 4th grade. We had a strict teacher. Early on, those were dirt streets. And I used to drive tractors down streets, not rubber tire tractors, but steel, regular Caterpillar tractors. And that was just my upbringing. And then when I was in the 8th grade, we had extra time. We had a student teacher. So he's had about a half an hour at the end of a day, and he said, you know, let's just talk about what you guys want to do when you grow up. So we did, and I said, you know, I think it would be fun to be a teacher. I had my first 8 years at St. John's in their school, and then the 9th grade I was in Nebraska at Concordia Teachers College. And I took 9 through 12 there, and then 1 through 4 in college, so I had 8 years in Nebraska. And while we were there, they asked us if we wanted, what area of the country you interested in or feel you need to go to. And I said, I'm open, I just don't want to be within 100 miles of home. Well, they assigned me to San Diego. 96 miles was close enough to 100. Anyway, that was the earlier days.
To me, a legacy is sort of akin to a footprint. It's where you've been and where you're going and what prints you leave. My prayer is if they continue, the footprints continue to go alongside walking with the Lord, that their strength will be following Jesus and never stray from that. And then once they have that, their footprints are going to be set in the right direction.
I think legacy is really built upon foundations, and those foundations have to be strong enough to know what they're holding up.
And I think Christian education has a big part of that. There too, I'm so thankful that our children and grandchildren have had the opportunity to go to a Christian school, to not only have their family values, but then they're taught at school as well. One thing that we did that I think that has helped us be connected, our family, during COVID is every Sunday at 11 o'clock we Zoomed, and we just touched bases with our granddaughter that's up in San Francisco and her husband, and with all of our family here, and that's important.
We still do that.
Yeah, we're still doing it. It's just at a connection point.
10 years ago, what would somebody say? Well, what do you mean you Zoom? What's this Zoom business? As families tend to break apart a little bit, you lose that connecting point. That's half the battle, is taking a moment to assess. How can we do it a little better? What can we do to change to make a closer connection with our family members?
And you start with the family, and you spread out from there. I'm just so thankful for my family, and I think they know that. I think they know that they are loved, and that I am thankful that they are walking with Jesus.
You have to believe in something. As we train, they need to train. As we were trained, and it goes back and back and back.
Things change. We change. Christ does not change.
I think the Lord built into the words of wisdom in the scriptures that where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. You're taught so you can teach. You're taught so you can share. I think we've got to keep that thing way in the front of us, that we work together to share together. And if we don't share, we've lost out part of who we are and why we are.